Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Well, great to have you with us, everybody. Happy Monday to you. I'm Amy Kaufel.
And I'm Deborah Cho. We're glad you're here. Fox 35's David Martin is live this morning in DeLand. Hey, David.
Hi, Deborah. Imagine some people can say, welcome home at this church. This is the former Trinity United Methodist Church in DeLand. It's now been transformed into the brand new Northwest Square. 15 apartments, multiple event spaces and wedding venues, and a food hall that you can enjoy as well. I want to take you inside the sanctuary, which is now a wedding facility. In case you missed us in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to continue the tour of this brand new, very popular location in Volusia County on the 9 o'clock hour of Good Day Orlando.
Beautiful.
Pretty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson joins us now with a look at the weather. Hey, Jess.
Hey, good morning, Amy and Deborah. Daniela's not here today, Deborah, but that's okay. Same D names almost. But let's talk about the forecast because we are tracking some showers with a cold front. Right now, they're pushing through the Panhandle, so close to the Panama City area, and also across parts of southern Georgia. So for today, those rain chances for us in central Florida won't be making it here until a little later on today. So closer towards the early afternoon hours is when we'll start to see those rain chances pick up a bit, right around a 20% chance through about 1 o'clock. By 2 o'clock up to around a 30% chance, and then a 40% chance is likely where we'll peak today. But overall, it's going to be a pretty brief window of when those showers are going to be taking place. And a couple of rumbles of thunder will be possible as well, which we'll touch base on that in a moment. 78 degrees, though, will be our high today in Orlando. So looking at future clouds and radar as the front approaches, we'll begin to see those showers and thunderstorms work their way for our Fox 51 counties first. So once they move through parts of Alachua County and Levy counties, they'll make their way into Marion County close to around 3 o'clock. A couple of hit and miss showers are possible out ahead of that as well. And then looking ahead towards around 6 o'clock, this cluster will likely make its way closer towards the downtown Orlando area, the Orlando Metro, Orange County. So that's going to be closer to 5 and 6 o'clock. So as you're making your way home from work, it looks like school dismissal should be fine at this point, but you likely will encounter some of these heavy downpours. And a couple of strong storms will be possible too, mainly with the impacts being some gusty winds. So coming up, I'll talk more on what else we can expect behind this front because some dramatic changes will be underway. And I'll talk more on that in just a few minutes. But until then, guys, I'll send it back over to you.
Jess, thank you. Well, right now, winter weather is wreaking havoc on our friends to the north and creating chaos at airports really across the country.
And you know what that means? That means
yes.
We get the residual effects of that at our own airports. That winter storm really impacting the Northeast. They shut down schools in Philadelphia and in Washington, D.C. Morgan Parrish is witnessing some of the residual effect that we were talking about because that does create delays and cancellations for us, too.
Amy, good morning. Yeah, so we are dealing with a lot of delays and cancellations here at the airport this morning. It's not as chaotic as it was last week. You remember we were out here on Friday, but still long lines this morning. That wait time is about 26 to 30 minutes, but we've been keeping an eye on some of those delays and cancellations. And so far today here at the airport, 80 delays and 48 total cancellations. So we're looking at this board. I'm seeing Cleveland flight canceled. Let's see, Kansas City, and then several delayed, D.C., St. Louis, just so many. So we're keeping an eye on this all morning long, but we know that the airport is winding down from the peak holiday travel season. So passengers that we spoke with who are headed to the Midwest or up north say they're considering other options as they wait for updates. So again, not too hectic at the airport this morning, but still long enough where we are seeing long lines this morning. So we're going to be out here talking with passengers. We'll keep you guys updated. For now, reporting live from MCO, I'm Morgan Parrish, Fox 35 News.
Morgan, thank you. President Biden and the First Lady are set to travel to New Orleans today. The FBI sharing some new details and footage in its investigation of the terror attack that killed 14 people in New Orleans on New Year's Day.
So the new footage includes the preparations the attacker took leading up to that tragedy. The FBI says the suspect made at least 2 trips to New Orleans in the months leading up to that attack. Investigators say Jabbar recorded videos of himself biking through a French Quarter on one of those trips. He recorded those videos using those advanced Meta glasses. Both state and federal officials reiterated that right now there are no other suspects.
All investigative details and evidence that we have now still support that Jabbar acted alone here in New Orleans. We have not seen any indications of an accomplice in the United States, but we are still looking into potential associates in the U.S. and outside of our borders.
The FBI also shared videos of Jabbar placing IEDs around Bourbon Street. Investigators say they actually found a transmitter intended to trigger the two bombs. New Orleans mayor says the focus now is on increased security.
Well, one of the people injured that day has ties to Central Florida. He is still in the ICU this morning, but is now on the road to recovery after having a 10-hour surgery. Jeremy Sensky and his wife are snowbirds. They live in Pittsburgh and they spend their winters in Sanford. Sensky is paralyzed from the neck down and uses a wheelchair. His daughter says that wheelchair likely saved his life that night and perhaps others too.
We feel very strongly that when the driver hit the wheelchair, he lost control and hit the crane. And so, if there's anything that comes out of this, it's that for whatever reason, my dad missed the gunfire and he made it out alive. And, we were holding close to our hearts that him being hit likely saved others.
Just an incredible story. Sensky's family says that he does have a positive attitude and is ready to get back home.
Well, the time now is 9:08, and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is reportedly expected to resign from his position as early as today. That's according to a major news outlet based out of Canada. Now, it's unclear right now when exactly Trudeau is expected to step down. However, according to sources, it is expected to happen before a national caucus meeting on Wednesday. Trudeau's popularity has fallen as Canada experiences rising housing costs, high inflation, and some other major issues there. One pollster has Trudeau at a 28% approval rating among Canadian voters. Well, we have a lot more coming up here on Good Day Orlando. This, of course, is the start of a big year for high school seniors. They're going to graduate and move on to the next stage in life.
So if that is college for them, there are some things they need to be doing right now to get ready, not just for the seniors, but for the juniors too. So we're going to get some advice from our dear friend who is also a local high school counselor. You don't want to miss that. Plus, let's check in with David Martin. He is live in Volusia County. Hi, David.
Hello there, Amy. We are giving you a tour of the new Northwest Square, what used to be the 100-year-old Trinity United Methodist Church here in beautiful DeLand. It's now 15 apartments, a food hall, and multiple event spaces. When you come into the bottom floor here of the former church, you'll see there's a map with all the vendors inside the food hall. Thought I'd give you a little sampling of what that food looks like. Our friends Michael and Kevin are co-founders of La Pinza. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you? All right, what do you serve up here? It's gorgeous.
Great. We got the caprese salad here with the fresh mozzarella over tomatoes and pesto. We got the basil mortadella pinza with the shaved mortadella on it, and we got the margarita with fresh basil, the olive medley, marinated olives with pew peppers, and our panino da magnifico. Amazing.
Perfecto. Back in a moment here on Good Day Orlando to show you more of Northwest Square. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, boys.
Thanks a lot.
We start with breaking news tonight.
Fox 35 News exclusive tonight.
I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Join us weeknights on Fox 35 News.
Seemed like a good idea.
Well, welcome back. Well, high school seniors are in the home stretch of their final days of school, and now they are getting ready for the next big step, which is preparing for college. And our friend Allison Slater-Tate is here. She is the Director of College Counseling at Lake Mary Prep, and we're so glad you're here.
Thank you. Me too.
Nice to have you. Hope you had good holidays. It's good stuff. Allison Slater-Tate, thank you so much. Her Facebook page is called College Bound Florida. It is a wealth of knowledge, and you can search it for any question you have. I guarantee you that Allison has already answered it, right?
I also guarantee that, yes. Yes, probably several times.
Yes, so go check it out. College Bound Florida is what it is if you have any questions at all. Deborah, we're going to send it back to you.
All righty. Thanks so much. Well, so ahead on Good Day Orlando, cold air is on the way to Central Florida, and you want to make sure you're protecting your home. So we're going to share some advice for keeping your plants safe from a freeze. Plus, Fox 35's David Martin is live in DeLand this morning. Hey, David.
Hey there, Deborah. We're continuing our tour of the Northwest Square here in DeLand, formerly the Trinity United Methodist Church, a 100-year-old church that they've now converted brand new into 15 apartments, a food hall, and multiple venue spaces. I wanted to take you inside the bar on property here. It is called Chapel Tap. Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Morning.
All right, Bill, you're the owner. You're the founder of Chapel Tap. What's the story of this?
Just a cool little neighborhood pub. Great staff, great customers, great event space. just a cool place to be.
Open to everybody.
Open to everyone 7 days a week.
We'll be right back here on the 9 o'clock hour of Good Day Orlando.
Around the clock. Depend on us, the Fox 35 Storm Team.
First, wake up with me on Good Day Orlando. I'll prepare you for your day ahead so you have everything you need before you head out the door.
Then when the day winds down, join me weeknights on Fox 35 News. Get a look ahead at tomorrow and know what's coming. Then relax and enjoy your night.
No matter what the weather throws your way, from morning
to night, depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Lee, pediatrician at Advent Health, where we are committed to addressing your health concerns.
Every week, an Advent Health physician answers important questions on the latest health topics. Watch Healthy Living House Calls.
Tune in Mondays at 8 a.m. during Good Day Orlando.
Welcome back. Well, today will be nice and warm for this time of year, but a cool down is on the way.
That's right. This weather's not going to last. So as temperatures drop, you're going to want to be mindful of people, pets, pipes, and plants. So veggie plants, shrubs, tropicals are especially vulnerable to the cold. Once temperatures fall to about 36, you need to protect them with an organic or fabric material like an old sheet. Avoid things like plastic tarps or trash bags. You can buy reusable frost shields at most plant stores. Also with potted plants, they do freeze faster if they're dry, so you might want to add a little warm water in them before you cover them up.
Well, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson joins us now with a look at this forecast. And Jess, I think earlier Brooks was telling us that like super deep freeze that we were expecting isn't going to be as bad. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's not going to be nearly as bad as what we thought. It's still going to be pretty cold, but not historically cold. So that's some good news for us there. But we do want to talk about those big changes that are going to be taking place this week. So we have some afternoon showers and storms that are going to be possible today. A brief window of those. Not going to be an all-day washout, but some of these could be on the gusty side. Maybe an isolated strong storm or two will be possible. Wind chills as we head into tomorrow, especially tomorrow morning, going to be likely right around the 20s and 30s. So it's going to be a brisk start to tomorrow morning, to say the least. But then the high temperatures will be a lot cooler as well, only in the mid-50s through much of this week. So it is going to be quite cold in terms of the morning temperatures tomorrow, and still chilly throughout the afternoon hours, even with the help of sunshine. Now, we talked about some of those showers and even a couple of thunderstorms. So a few of these could be on the strong side, especially further to the north and west. They're going to be able to capitalize on that daytime heating. Not going to be a ton to work with, but we could see some gusty storms out of this round as it works through. But this cold front's going to be sliding through. We could start to see some of these showers as early as around 2 or 3 o'clock. Closer towards around 6 p.m., we'll start to see a lot of these, like the heaviest of the rain. It's going to be moving its way through parts of Orange County, also parts of Brevard County, and then eventually it will work its way further to the south and east. By around 8 o'clock, it will have cleared much of the area, just leaving with it a couple of these stray showers across parts of the Brevard County area. Otherwise, as we head into tomorrow morning, again, going to be much colder. As we head into this afternoon, though, we're going to be quite warm, a high of 78 degrees today in Orlando. Our winds are going to be quite gusty, though. We're talking speeds peaking at around 35 to 40 miles per hour. These will likely begin right around midday and really will only continue to increase as the day progresses before that front moves through close to around 6, 7 o'clock, and that's when we'll start to see some improvements as far as winds go. But by tomorrow morning, it's still going to be quite gusty, and that is because of the system. Our cold front right now is actually a part of the same system that's bringing with it a lot of the wintry weather across areas further to our north. So all the way from D.C. to Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, they're dealing with the winter storm warnings where they are dealing with nearly a foot of snow in some spots. So especially close to the D.C. area, that's where they're going to be picking up around a foot of snow. So that's a lot, even by just our normal standards for winter time. It's been a while since that area of the country has picked up this much snow. So the good news for us, we're not going to be feeling the impacts from that system in terms of the snow department, but it is going to be quite cold. So tomorrow morning, we'll see temperatures dip down into the mid to upper 30s. Our wind chills are going to be right around the 20s tomorrow morning. So it is going to be a lot colder as we look ahead towards tomorrow. And that's why we do have a freeze watch in place for some of our counties, but otherwise temperatures will only rebound into the mid 50s as we head throughout tomorrow afternoon. So just make sure you have the jacket handy handy. Maybe take it back out of the closet if you've already put it away. We will see temperatures in the upper 50s by Wednesday, but back down to 56 by Thursday. But by the weekend, we do turn a little warmer, highs in the mid-60s. All right, it's 9:27 and time now for a look at our Fox 35 forecast. And this is a cutie we have for you today. This is Nixon, and he looks like a very handsome and good boy. He's got his bow tie on, and he looks very dapper. He is 8 years old. He loves all food and loves getting presents. He deserves all of them. He looks like the goodest boy. Head over to our website, fox35orlando.com/fur-cast, and we would love to feature your furry friend right here on Good Day Orlando. All right, ladies, I'll send back over to you.
I love getting presents too, so I think we have a lot in common.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't blame them. Well, still ahead on Good Day Orlando, a city in Volusia County is set to vote on a development moratorium today.
We're going to tell you about a problem they're hoping to solve, and we're checking in with David Martin, and he is live in DeLand this morning in a very special place. Hi, David.
Yeah, we're on North Clara here in DeLand, home to what you might recognize as the former Trinity United Methodist Church for 100 years. It's now been in the past year or so renovated into 15 apartments, a food hall, that's where you enter, and venue space, wedding space. We're walking through the public parking lot here. Now, all the apartments are rented out, but you can come down here right now for the food, and it is tasty. Who's behind this madness? These two right here. We're going to interview them coming up after the break. Say hi to Chris and Jessica. Don't go anywhere. Good Day continues in a moment.
Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Well, welcome back. It is now 9:31 on this Monday morning. Happy Monday.
Oh, here we go.
I'm Amy Coffin.
And it's a very, very Monday.
It is.
The roads, busy. It's a little chilly outside. It's going to get better, though.
It is.
I like that. And I'm Deborah Cho, everybody. We do have a lot more ahead for you coming up here in the 9:30 half hour. Speaking of weather, a wide-ranging winter storm is on the move. It bounded the Midwest over the weekend, and now storm warnings are in place all the way down the East Coast with more significant snowfall in some spots. Blizzard conditions were felt across Kansas and parts of Missouri. Around 63 million Americans were under some kind of weather advisory on Sunday, and some areas could actually see the heaviest snowfall in a decade. Kansas City put out about 300 plow drivers to work to clear these roads.
We're very aggressive with our snow removal operation here, but it'll take us a few days probably to fully clear and clean the entire city everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of salt, and I think it's beet juice they use. A polar vortex is expected to bring bitter cold to about 2/3 of the country starting today, with temperatures about 12 to 25 degrees colder than normal. Well, back here in Central Florida, a new restriction on residential developments.
That is what a city in Volusia County is going to be talking about during a council meeting today. Caroline Coles is joining us live. She's been in Edgewater all morning. They're in front of City Hall, and they're actually going to vote on this today. Hi, Caroline.
Hi there. Good morning. Yeah, this building right here is going to be packed with neighbors today. It's all because, as you mentioned, the council is coming together to vote on a plan that could essentially hit the pause button on building new homes here in Edgewater. This is to fix some of the flooding issues that we've been seeing in this area for quite a long time now. Neighbors say they are over it, and the city needs to step in and do something. Now, the freeze would not impact everything. For instance, commercial and industrial projects along Park Avenue and the US 1 corridor would be exempt, plus nearly 12,000 homes already approved for construction will keep moving forward. Now, if this moratorium goes into effect, then it's going to go into effect immediately. If they vote on this, then it's going to be active as soon as they vote yes. So, of course, we'll be at that meeting tonight. I'll make sure to report to you how that meeting went. For now, though, I'm reporting live here in Edgewater. I'm Caroline Coles, Fox 35 News.
Caroline, thank you. This just in. Orange County Comptroller Phil Diamond says the tourist tax brought in more than $31 million in November. That is the highest collection on record. It's also an increase of 7% over this time last year. And he also added that hotel occupancy rose by 4%, attributing to the increase to the myriad of holiday events in Central Florida.
Well, we have an update now on the Seminole Town Center and its future development. The sale is still on, but it won't be finalized anytime soon. More groups are now joining in on this deal. Sanford's economic developer says with so many sellers involved and now more buyers interested, everybody needs to come together to make this deal happen. But that's going to take some time. Demolition was originally expected to start sometime this month, but now developers are saying we should see work begin in maybe about 4 to 6 months instead. Well, we are also checking out a 100-year-old church in DeLand that was just remodeled in a very big way.
So it is now called Northwest Square. It's got apartments, it's got a food hall, even event spaces. David Martin has been showing it off this morning, and it's really beautiful. Hi, David.
Yeah, if you want to live in a former church, get in line because this place is sold out relatively quickly, actually very quickly. Good morning. It's my pleasure and honor to reintroduce you here to the owners of Northwest Square, Mr. Chris and Ms. Jessica Levings. Good morning to both of you. How are you?
Doing great. Good morning.
I've been enjoying the tour of this place. DeLand is lucky to have you. We're standing in one of your event spaces, which is what exactly?
This is the chapel, which was part of the education wing, built in 1959. It's our smallest event space, so great for an intimate wedding, seating up to about 80 people in here. And conveniently right at the end of the food hall next to the lunch vendors and wine and beer bar.
Nice. NorthwestSquare.com, ladies. I'll tell you, they've done a terrific job here. And when you drive by, you're like, oh, it's a nice church. Not knowing that you can live in it. And you can, but there's a waiting list. There will be a waiting list certainly after this broadcast. We'll show you more in our 10 o'clock hour. Back to you in the studio.
Oh, very neat.
Really pretty, David.
Yeah,
Those wood floors are gorgeous.
And yeah, and especially if you're someone that's religious, you get to live in a church.
There you go.
All righty, still ahead on Good Day Orlando. If your New Year's resolution is to travel more, you might want to think about the time of day you want to explore.
Yeah, we're going to tell you why some adventurers are actually traveling to nighttime destinations, and a band director for nearly 30 years now being honored at the Grammy Awards. We are going to talk to him live this morning on the Curvy Couch. You don't want to miss it. It's all coming up. Welcome back. New this morning, a local high school band director is getting his name shining at the Grammy Awards. He is one of just 10 finalists from across the country who will be honored for his nearly 30 years in music education. And joining us this morning to talk more about it is Bernie Hendricks Jr. He is the band director at Ocoee High School. Great to have you.
Nice to be here.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
So,
Fingers crossed.
Cool.
We hope you win. Shout out to the 6'9" who made this happen. And to your wife for dressing you because your outfit's fabulous today. Shout out to her too. Great to have you. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to keep you posted if he wins. Let's check in right now with Jess. She's got your forecast on this Monday morning. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, good morning, Amy, and good morning, Central Florida. Here is a live view of downtown Orlando where we can see quite a bit of sunshine pouring in. We're still seeing a couple of clouds out there, but all in all, it's been a pretty nice start to our day in terms of the sunshine. That being said, it is going to be gradually coming to an end with increasing shower and thunderstorm chances today. Not very prolonged showers and storms, though. We're not expecting a long period of time where it's going to be an all-day washout. Clearly this morning we're in good shape, but we'll see a 40% chance closer to the afternoon hours as a cold front sweeps through. But before then, temperatures are going to be warm. It's going to be a warm and breezy day, a high of 78 degrees today in Orlando. And the reason being, we have these warm southwesterly winds. But it is going to be gradually changing again, especially as we head into tonight, because a cold front is going to be pushing through. And this cold front is the same cold front that's a part of this larger system, bringing a lot of wintry weather to parts of the Ohio River Valley, now working its way towards the north and east, just dumping a lot of snow. But we are going to be on the warmer side of the system, despite the fact that we'll be tracking a cold front. That front is going to be helping to bring with it those increasing rain chances and the small chance of a strong storm or two. So this area you see in green, that is a level 1 out of 5 risk for seeing a couple of strong storms, maybe a few severe storms as well. But the main risk with any sort of strong storms that try to get going is going to be the risk of damaging wind gusts. So strong winds are going to be what we can expect in terms of any sort of strong storms. And it's going to be mainly for the areas you saw there in green. So that's going to be essentially for Marion County, points north, northern Volusia County, and Flagler County. But we'll take you through future clouds and radar because it will help to paint the picture of what we can expect for the rest of today. So by around midday, we'll start to see a couple of showers begin to filter in our far northwestern counties. So Marion County, Alachua County, Levy counties. By 3 o'clock, they'll continue to slowly work their way further to the south and east. Still very hit and miss. By around 6 o'clock, we could see some impacts here closer towards the Orlando area. So that's going to be downtown Orlando, the Orlando Metro. Could impact our afternoon commute, but I think school dismissal should be in okay shape today in terms of any sort of thunderstorm action, because this is actually going to be a fading front. These showers and storms are going to be slowly but surely weakening as they move through. Regardless, by 8 o'clock, we'll be expecting a couple of these showers to drift through parts of Osceola and Brevard counties, and then as we head into tonight, we clear things out. It is going going to also be a windy day, and that's going to lead to some wind chills as well as we head into parts of tomorrow morning. So wind gusts today will be as high as around 35 to almost 40 miles per hour. Those winds do calm a bit, though, heading into the overnight. So if you have any sort of outdoor holiday decorations still, just make sure they're tied down extra well because it is going to be a windy and warm day before a windy and cold morning. So forecast lows will be down into the 30s, a few spots near freezing, for example, Gainesville, 32 degrees, 33 in Ocala, and that is going to be where we expect the coldest of the wind chills to take place as well. We'll be dipping down into the 20s come early tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a brisk start to tomorrow morning. In terms of what it feels like, again, that's our wind chill. So once we factor in that cold northerly wind, it's going to feel even colder than the 30s, unfortunately. Looking at our 7-day forecast, today is going to be the warmest by a lot. Tomorrow we see a dip down into the mid-50s for highs, a high of only 55 degrees, 59 by Wednesday. But by the weekend, so Friday, we'll be back into the mid-60s with increasing rain and storm chances as well. All right, it is 9:53 and time now for a Fox 35 weather baby. And this is Jasper James Lobo, and he loves to drink milk and sleep. He is a real cutie in Kissimmee. I love seeing all the festive baby photos, so be sure to send them our way if you would like to see yours featured here on Good Day Orlando. You can submit them. It's super easy to do on fox35orlando.com/weather-babies. We'd love to feature them. All right, ladies, I'll send back over to you at the desk.
All righty. Thank you, Jess. Well, still ahead on Good Day Orlando. She's beauty, she's grace, she's Miss America.
So we're going to take a look at the pageant that unfolded in downtown Orlando just this past weekend. Plus, the stars were out for the start of the award season. The big winners at the Golden Globes last night.
Today's Weather Baby is sponsored by attorney Dan Newlin.
I love animals. I have the dog that does not like storms. Making sure she's staying safe from storms, my community is staying safe from storms. That's why I do what I do here.
Welcome back. Well, new this morning, a new Miss America has been crowned. The pageant took place at the Dr. Phillips Center over the weekend. It was Miss Alabama to earn the title of Miss America 2025. Now, as the next woman to wear the crown, she will receive college scholarships and a year of service that goes with it. While Miss Florida didn't win, she was the third runner-up. We're talking about Cassania Fink from Ocala. She represented our state. Well, in entertainment news, the 2025 award season begins with the 82nd annual Golden Globe Awards.
So last night's show honoring the best on the big and the small screen. The big winners were The Brutalist, which took Best Drama, Best Performance by a Male Actor for Adrian Brody, and Best Director for Brady Corbet. Zoe Saldana won for her supporting role in the musical film Emilia Perez, and Demi Moore won Best Performance for her role in The Substance. It was Moore's first ever win at the Golden Globes and her third nomination.
I was so happy to see her win. I had no idea she's ever won a major award.
Which you think, she's been in so many movies,
and
right?
she looked fabulous
there you
last
go.
night, too.
All right, don't go anywhere because Good Day Orlando Extra's coming up right after this.